Hello everyone, kirbyone here, and welcome back to your daily dose of Dominions. Hope you all had a good break. I know I did, and we'll get right into turn 11. I have pretty bad luck with finding magic sites. Then we have expansion that didn't go super well. Let's see why that is. I get my divine blessing off. And it looks like this guy has a limp. Yeah, so he's gonna stray behind. I didn't notice that before, by the way, but when the arrows land and like miss and stuff like that, when it's raining, it has this little splashes and stuff like that. That's kind of cool. So it looks like there were just a lot of these guys, and it was just too much, and my guys slowly got picked off one at a time as they tried to take on large groups. He had no problems whatsoever. He could have probably just taken them all by himself, and I wouldn't have lost anybody. But he does get quite fatigued, and I don't really have a good answer for that at the moment, unfortunately. Racking up a lot of experience, but especially in winter, he's gonna get a lot of fatigue. That'll come up later. Spoilers. Got some events. A good event. Well, 82 gold. It's like 2 Yavannas, I guess. And my palisades are done, so that's great. And what do? I build a lab and palisade. So it looks like I do have enough gold after all. Probably because I took this province. How much is? Wow, 88. I did not even notice that at first, but yeah, this put me over the top. 88 gold in one province. I think that's like my richest outside of my capital. But I still have to cancel all recruitment for a turn, which is unfortunate. So they're going to move here, continue, and see if I get lucky eventually. These guys are going to overkill the heck out of this province, and then have to turn around and come back one province at a time. I found Amazons, and not just these are the crystal Amazons, I think. The white Amazons, we'll just call them the white Amazons. And they are actually ones that I want, because the Amazon sorceresses that you can get from these guys are astral, and so if I can make some of them, like pop a fort down here, because it's two provinces away from this fort, so that would actually be good placement, I think. And this is a blank province, so if I can get it to be not winter, I can move between these two really easily, I think. Oh, this is mountains, so maybe not. But in any event, I have successfully cut off Yomi, so he's not moving north. He's stayed there, so he's probably building a fort here. Seems like a waste to build a fort with a Dai Oni, but maybe he's just like being intimidating or something and saying don't mess with me. Anyways, as I was saying, crystal Amazon's good. I will want those, so I'm gonna go there, and then I will go up here, and then we'll see what there is to see. Yeah, this guy done with the fortress. He's gonna sneak around. Tianchi goes here, so I see him, so I send him a message, or RP. He labeled his god that, I think. So yeah, early on when we were setting up the forum for this game, we were all joshing about how Tianchi has the best names. He named his pretender, his nobleman charioteer, I think, like death to the Yomi imperialist pig dogs or something like that. So he was rather entertaining. I see here. I'm not going to do anything with that because I'm just scouting him, so I'm not going to alert him to my presence as I do. And I think, just Niflheim. I don't know where he is yet. I think, if I recall correctly, Hinam told me that was that away, and I think maybe Niflheim was also this way somewhere. I mean, this is all that's left. This region of the world that I haven't explored. This huge, vast winterlands. Which I like the way they did it, by the way, now. The new patch where it shows seasonally what to expect, even if you don't see that land. So it's winter now, you should assume that it is winter everywhere. These guys took cold scales, so it's going to be winter there. Duh. Hinam took heat scales, and I took heat scales. So, yep. Also, I am actually spending all of my nature gems on Herd of Elephants. Herd of Elephants is very expensive. It is the most expensive summoning spell I can cast right now, or any spell, ritual spell I can cast right now. But it gives me 5 plus 1 for every level that the caster is extra, and it's only 2, and my pretender is 7. So I'm actually getting 10 elephants for 25 nature gems. The reason why I want to do this is because, again, from before, I was wondering who I was going to fight first, and I thought I would probably fight Yomi first. And so I actually did a couple of test games where I set up my Kailasa pretender, and I set his pretender up, and I just played 2 humans against each other. So I would move his forces into position and just test out a couple of battles against Dione with that bless. And because my these guys, Yavanna's did not do so hot against him, I probably just needed more, and I probably need to not fight him in his Dominion because he will get chaos power from that. So at the very least, plus extra hit points if I'm fighting his prophet. And so it turned out that elephants would actually do pretty good against him, against a Dione, because it would trample him and raffle stomp him pretty quickly. And then if I had a couple of Yavannas also, I would do that. So this is probably a little early unless I'm planning to actually attack Yomi and rush him. But I'm not really doing anything else with the nature gems, so there's that. What I could do, let me check my research. I'm just gonna go Conjuration 5 and and shoot for the Gandharvas. Hold off on Thaumaturgy for a bit. But what I could do is go for Alteration, because that would be good on a number of levels. I could get, well, once I get to like level 3, I can get Luck for all of my Astral mages. I can get Protection for all of my Gurus, from all of my Gurus. Level 4 will give me a bunch of things that I would not use, and level 5 would give me Wooden Warriors if I did like a Communion or something like that to get Nature 2, or Thistle Maces, Iron Warriors, and I think that's probably all I'd use, but also Mother Oak, which my Pretender can cast. And then that would give me a bunch of more nature gems to summon more elephants or whatnot. But I don't do that. I focus on Conjuration and Thaumaturgy because I didn't think about that. But anyways, that's all for this turn. Oh, Ur's getting some of the mercenaries. So we'll cut it there, and see you tomorrow. Have a good night.